The battle between good intentions and pure evil starts this week on the Hapless Heroes.
I think it's time you all showed me some fucking respect as a villain. Hello and welcome to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. And we'll start this most auspicious of evenings the same way I start them all, by introducing our cast. Today, starting on my left, we have Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
I'm first, but certainly not last.
At his left, we have Nicole as Boris the Butcher.
Hi there.
To her left, we have Zach as Peridil Lincolnwoods.
Let's stomp this fiend.
To his left, we have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
I will destroy you, monster!
And to his left, we have Francesco as the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom.
This is it. It's time for the final plan.
So as we left off, entering the ultimate combat. So
We don't want to do a
We have
recap
the
of
ultimate-
the entire series before we start this?
The whole series.
You see, what happened was there were some bees,
see,
and then
check
when
this
are we gonna get back to those bees? I feel like that was something
You killed those
that was
bees. Those bees are
that
dead.
was a little angle that we left unresolved.
I don't remember
There were
any
some
bees.
bees. There
I think
was,
the bees were in like the third episode.
Yep.
Yep, somewhere around there.
I did listen to that one. I don't remember the bees.
That's like almost like that's like 6 and some change years ago, dude. You
Yes, it's
remember
nearly
that?
6.5 years ago.
How long does
Hey,
a bee
but-
live for?
The bees are probably dead, but now they've probably spawned a whole community of mutant evil Vecna bees.
We'll never know.
Bees
I'll
only
tell you
live for
what,
like a month. Those bees.
Well,
are
that's what I
long
want to do.
gone.
When we're done with Vecna, I want to get to the real final
Oh, right.
finale.
Okay,
like
sure.
Vecna, whatever this bullshit is, but I want to get back to the bees. We're getting back to that.
Level 20
Overwinter bees
characters.
live for 4 to 6 months, but like
I will not
that's no-
allow you to steal the joy of killing a god from me, Zach, by distracting us with your bee bullshit. I live in the
No.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
saying
some bees
you can be.
live for 6 years. We do need to check in on them.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not taking away any joy from you, friend. I think you should have your little Vecna fight.
You're
and,
stealing my joy right now.
duly
Don't worry,
noted.
I'm just taking all of this time to familiarize myself with the stat block here and make sure that I can dish out the most suffering possible. So, carry on.
I'm sure.
By all means.
I'm sure Vecna needs all the help he can get. What I'm focused on is the bees. Okay.
Boris
I don't
pulls
even-
a bee out of her pocket and hands it to Peridil.
Much the same way as Nicolas Cage was concerned with the bees that one time.
I don't even remember the bees.
I don't
I
either.
lost my hand. I lost my wife. Is
All
that
right.
the movie you're talking? Was there bees? Were there bees in
Wicker
Moonstruck?
Man, there was a time
Wicker
when there were
Man.
bees on his head. Yeah.
The bees.
I don't know. The only Nicolas Cage movies in my
Not
mind
bees.
are Moonstruck and Raising Arizona. Oh, and Peggy Sue got
Yourself?
married.
All right. So let's set the scene here.
Wait, can Vecna's voice sound like Nicolas Cage from Peggy Sue Got Married now?
No, because I haven't seen Peggy Sue Got Married, but
He was doing an impression of Pokey from Gumby apparently the whole time. That was his condition under which he agreed to do the movie.
You're killing Fran, Zach.
Look like Nicolas Cage from Ghost Rider.
no, what you're going to get is exaggerated Nicolas Cage.
Yes. Final
Oh,
Vecna
no.
voice.
I'm a little
There it
tired.
is.
I'm a little wired. I think it's time you all showed me some fucking respect as a villain.
Okay, you know what? I'm all for this. Let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah, means I've got to commit harder than anybody else does to the bit.
Godspeed,
so
Dave.
pumped
You
right
said
now.
yes.
I'm unbelievably pumped.
Do we roll for
And you-
initiative now?
I was gonna say, yeah. I'm pretty sure we left off the last
Yes.
episode with
Let's
you asking us to roll initiative.
Begin with rolling for initiative. We'll start from there.
Thank fucking God.
Do with this
See, I
pocket
like the
full of bees
nonsense.
now.
What about a pocket full of bees?
I said, what do I do with this pocket full of bees now?
Just wait until we get to the real
Got a
fight,
pocket
and
full
then
of
just say we
sunshine.
can fight bees with bees.
Boo!
Ooh. Oh, that's not good.
Do we just all roll shit initiative?
No, I rolled
Should,
really good, but I don't want to go first.
Should I roll for to do or no? Because they're here.
You know what? I think what I would like is a shared initiative action for Dedu / Pregnart.
Okay.
Yeah,
You want Zach and I to roll and split the difference?
yes, that sounds fantastic.
Average the rolls.
Yes.
Also, are they going to be like full capacity or limited in what they are going to be able to do to interact?
I would say it's going to be limited in that there's only one set of actions, but you could have, for example, an airborne Pregnart.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Got some bonus characters up in here.
Yes. So let's see.
Zach, what'd you roll?
Nat 1, but that, let me see what that equates to
Eric?
with my. Yeah, so that's a 4.
Okay. So 4 and 12. What's the average of that? 8?
8.
That would be 8.
What's the what is the average initiative modifier?
The average
Mine's
initiative
3.5.
modifier.
Between 4 and 3? Okay.
Yep.
Just making up
Or
rules.
no, are we both 3?
I'm 3.
Yeah, I'm 3 too.
I love that
okay.
we're just making up rules.
Yeah, I'll figure that out as I go. Felix,
Oh, I got a 14.
Darrell,
2.
Paradil.
8.
And what is Paradil's initiative modifier?
5.
Boris
26.
and Quinn.
12.
Can I just say, now typically I cut like some of the initiative things. I just kind of let I let us, just do the summary of the turns or whatever, just to kind of streamline things. But like, I just want to have everybody know that for the very last combat of this campaign, Darrell has returned to his roots, and he rolled a 2 on his initiative.
3, and then it went
Well,
down
sorry,
to 2.
3
Yeah.
minus 1, and so I just it's just always you're going, we're coming out of this the same way you kind of came in, and that's going last, but certainly not least.
It doesn't always hurt to go last as the tank, so. Oh, and
I
we all
mean,
get
true.
our 20 temporary HP, right?
That is correct from Hedrick.
Oh, how much is that?
It's 20.
Uh,
It's a flat 20.
say,
Thanks, Phil
Yeah.
/ Hedrick.
thanks, Phil.
So our action order then will be Boris, Felix, Quinn, Paradil, Dudu Pregnart, Vecna, and Jarrell.
Oh, wow.
I'm shook. And with a 12, I'm still really high on the list.
I'm surprised Vecna rolled below an 8.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Gives us an opportunity to potentially poke at his defenses and see which ones exist. However,
Correct.
I don't doubt that Vecna has some sort of legendary actions that they can perform. So
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless Dave happens to forget those, in which case we get the upper hand.
Yeah.
All right. So we want to
Doubtful.
set the scene here. So I can't remember what I described at the end of last one.
He had
Whatever, just,
transformed with the papers.
Okay,
and
neither
was
can we.
floating in front of
Yeah.
us. We just kind of crawled out of the hole.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you guys have more or less crawled out of a hole in the ground.
Yeah, we just don't really know what like the battlefield looks like. We were too busy staring at this gigantic towering
Yes.
god.
So off. Let's see. You have maybe walked about 10 feet forward out of this hole, and we'll figure out the array of you in a moment. Off maybe, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet off to the right, there is a broken pillar, maybe about, 5 foot square. There's another one of those about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet in front of that, and so on. And the same to the other side, like this is a hollowed out church of some sort.
Oh wait,
The
we're
roof is
inside, or the roof is
Well,
gone?
yeah, like the roof is gone. Most
Yeah,
of the
okay.
walls are gone too.
So it's just
the
it's
pews
just
have, for example, gone pew.
aha, but there are columns still standing. You're saying.
Yes, there are broken columns still standing in more or less an array, about 20 feet off to either side of you, and every 25 feet or so going forward.
Have the flying buttresses been grounded?
Those might be columns further out, beyond the ruins of the wall, which is another 15 feet past those columns. On either
Where-
side.
Where is Vecna in relation to us? He's like further out still.
Vecna is about 60 feet away.
Okay, and how large is Vecna?
Vecna is a medium creature, so
Okay, he's not like
relatively-
towering over.
No, he's humanoid sized
Okay, interesting.
and floating maybe 15 feet above the ground, 60 feet in front of you.
Yes, floating. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Like his gross skin and just evilness, just standing there with his draping, whatever the
Yeah.
fucking scroll like robe.
Scroll paper
things.
things, yeah.
Does any of my whatchamacallit? Oh, what the fuck is that thing called? When I did like a know your enemy check on a previous incarnation of Vecna, does any of that carry over?
That's a good question. I couldn't tell you what it told you last time.
It didn't really tell him too much because we got interrupted, right? It wasn't actually. It was just the Mudget avatar
Mm-hmm.
that he was using. It wasn't actually Vecna. This is like truly Vecna. Because like,
Nice.
know your enemy takes like a minute, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes 1 minute.
It's
Yeah.
a while. That's like 6 rounds or
Isn't it
Yeah.
10 rounds?
It's 10 rounds.
10 rounds of combat. That's not going to help us.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to know what's up 10 rounds in.
We're about to, as the kids say, fuck around and find out.
You've been fucking around for 6 years.
Is this fight gonna be bussin'?
Oh God.
For real? For real? On God?
Oh God.
Bussin'.
I'm wondering. Can I make an insight check to see if this fight's gonna be bussin' on God?
Sure.
I don't think you know what you're saying.
That's a 26.
26.
Yeah.
The proverbial magic 8-ball comes up with fire emoji 100.
Yep. All right.
Damn.
There's your answer.
This might be This might be bigger than the bees, guys.
You'd think, yeah, maybe.
Slightly larger than bees. You heard it here first, folks.
Hmm.
So let's go over the array of how you folks are. I want to say you're about 10 feet in front of where you entered, but how spread out, how near, how far, wherever you are.
Well, if we all just emerged, I feel like, we got Jarrell in the front for sure.
All right. We'll put Jarrell about, 10 feet closer.
He likes that.
I get that. All right. So how's about... Well, I want to go down my initiative order. I have that on a different notebook. We're on multiple notebooks here. It's a whole thing. We had a funeral for a bird. So, Boris, where are you? Relative to Jarrell.
Sticking close, I guess, for now, on account of Jarrell's magic powers of
Okay.
non-anxiety.
Yep.
And other things.
So, how many feet to which direction?
5 feet back and 5 feet to the left.
All right. I've got you right there, Boris. So, Felix, where shall we place you?
At the back of the group, please.
At the back of the group. How back would you like to be of Jarrell?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Is Slim doing anything?
Slim's with me for right now. I will send Slim for things when it's time.
I'm on Hector, of course.
All right.
Oh, right. I forgot. I keep on forgetting Boris has a steed.
Yes.
Crab steed.
Of the giant crab variety.
Hashtag giant crab steed.
Quinn, where are you?
Put me. I guess in the middle. Like, I don't want to be up front, but I also don't want to be in the back.
So, shall we maybe put you 5 to 10 feet behind Jarrell?
Where and how far? Drell is what? 30 feet from Vecna?
Oh, no. Jarrell is
60 or
50, 55,
Okay.
60 feet from Vecna.
Yeah, that's fine then.
All right.
That works for me.
All right, sounds good. We'll put Quinn back there. Paradel.
Sorry, Jarrell is center?
Yeah, Jarrell is kind of front and center of the group right now. Boris is about 5 feet back and to the left. Quinn is maybe about 7 to 10 feet back. Felix is 20 feet back of Jarrell.
I'm about 5 feet back to the right of Jarrell.
Okay. Paradel. And we have a Dedu and Pregnart, and we will place them when we get to them.
Yeah, they were two. Because
They were
Vector
in the air.
transformed after they had a conversation with the Dew and Pregnant.
Yes. Yeah. You know, we will say that during all of this, they wound up cowering behind a pillar off to the right. So he will be... So you guys will be on the ground to the right of the third pillar. So there's the first one right off to your right. There's another one 25 feet from that, another one 25 feet from that. So it's a little before you get to Vecna, and maybe about 25 feet off to the right on the other side of a partially crumbled pillar. So they are obscured from Vecna's sight at the moment, as far as they know. So the scene is set. We have a battlefield in front of us with everybody, all of our pieces placed on it. We've got initiative. I've got my notes on that in front of me. I am ready to go. Boris, it is your turn.
Yeah, okay, so Boris is going to have Hector skitter up until I'm approximately 20 feet from Vecna.
Okay. So what's the move
Dangerously
speed
close.
on Hector there?
60.
Oh, 60. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
you want to
solid.
be 20 feet away, kind of off to the side here. So that's maybe. That sounds about right. So we'll put Boris up there. All right.
I'm going to be brief. Once Boris is exactly 20 feet away, she's going to throw her dagger at Vecna.
All right.
Also,
All
to
right.
set the scene for this, I'm having Hector like elevate me to also get me closer to 20 feet. So like he's like, kind of like straightening his legs out the closer I'm getting to the top, so that I'm like closer to eye level with where Vecna's floating. Not quite that high, but he's got 12-foot long legs, right? So like,
You want to look him in the eyes when you throw your dagger at him.
yeah.
All
Or,
right.
in the belly button, probably, because I'm going to be a little bit lower.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe in the kneecaps. Boris is kind of short. Oh, that's not great. 25 for a dagger.
25
roll?
will hit.
Oh, yay.
Okay.
Boris draws.
That's not a
first blood.
sneak attack for any reason, right? That's just a
Not
regular.
right now.
No,
Yeah.
you
I don't
ran
think Vecna
straight forward up
is.
to him.
As I say, Vecna is probably not very surprised by.
I don't know. He
This
might be a little
course of
surprised by
action.
the 14-year-old girl that ran up, stared him in the eyes, and then threw a
Riding
dagger
a
at
crab.
him. And I'm pretty sure still wearing a Hellhound skull. I don't remember saying I took that off after the last fight. My solid amount of damage here is 10.
10 damage. Okay.
10 magical piercing damage.
Yep.
Yes.
Friends, let's do our best to make sure we're annotating damage types, because it's going to probably be very important in this combat.
Yeah. Magic piercing.
All right. That does happen. As a reaction, Vecna will cast Fell Rebuke in response to being hit by an attack. Veta utters a fell word.
What's the fell word?
Fuck!
That checks.
Excellent.
Dealing 3d6 necrotic damage to the attacker. So, let's hit 3d6 here. That'll be, 12, 13.
What does it look like? He goes, fuck!
He just throws his hands into the air, throws his head back in some horribly overacted move.
Only 13.
And-
I'm just going to take the 13.
Yeah, necrotic damage flies forth from his fingertips. And then he poofs away and reappears because here's the second part of this. And Vecna teleports along with any equipment he is wearing or carrying up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space he can see. Which is going to be right into Boris's face.
Oh!
All right, so we've got that as our reaction for that. We've taken damage. All right, it is the rest of your turn there, Boris.
Excellent. Boris has Hector dash right back to where we started.
That's going to provoke an attack of opportunity now.
Oh, because he's
Unless you
right
have
in
a
my
disengage.
face.
Yes.
Do you want your crab to die? Potentially.
I mean,
It's up to you.
Wait,
I
what
mean,
did we
wait,
do?
oh wait. Because
what did
remember,
we end
mounts,
up debating
mounts
about
m-
this? Yeah, mounts have all their own separate shit, right? So my mount can dash and I can disengage.
Right, but your mount would have to disengage.
Yeah.
Take the action to disengage. Not you, Boris, but the mount. Has the mount taken an action?
I mean, the mount has
It's
not
just
taken an
moved, right?
action.
If you're
It's just moved.
both taking distinct actions, you both need to distinctly disengage.
So you would need to use disengage for both Hector and then yourself as your cunning action.
I mean, but is Hector really engaged? He just ran. I threw the dart or the
You did.
dagger. and then
However,
I had the
now-
necrotic
Both in
damage.
melee.
You are both in melee range
Hmm.
of, like, you
Yeah.
are actively, like, Like
Stands in front of you.
he's gonna take
Yeah.
a swipe with whatever
Yeah.
nasty shit he's got when you try to run away. So like
Whether you've
have-
swung, you've entered the envelope.
So you got to spend the action for Hector and the bonus action for yourself if you want to make sure that nothing like that does happen.
I can't run away really though.
I mean, you can if you do that.
You have 30 feet of move speed, especially if you get off of Hector.
But like, how much movement did Hector use so far?
Like 45 feet.
Let's see. Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So you
about
can-
40 feet.
So right, you can probably I forget. Hold on, I gotta look at disengage again.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
your
can
movement-
use
Oh, does it-
disengage as a
It
bonus
just-
action because of cunning action.
For yourself.
Hmm.
And then Hector would need to use his own action, which he has, to disengage as well. And
Yes.
you could use Hector to move the remaining 15 feet you have and not provoke an attack of opportunity on Hector.
That's
All this
what
is
I
doing
do.
is precluding Hector from attacking himself.
Okay, which Hector wasn't going to do anyway. Yeah, so Hector
Right.
disengages.
Okay.
But only
I
15
also-
feet away. Right? Because
Yeah.
you only have 15 feet of movement left. So you would
20
use the
feet.
rest of it.
Because Dave
Okay.
said
Yeah,
it
it says
was
40.
40.
Oh, sorry.
So
Oh,
20
sorry,
feet
yes.
back.
I've got
Okay.
20 feet of movement. So yeah, Hector disengages. I use my cutting action to disengage, and then Hector runs us back 20 feet towards Jarrell.
All right.
Yeah. Because like the
Oh,
verbiage
about-
for the disengage action just means your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn.
Yeah.
So
So now are you 10 feet in front of Jarrell?
About 15 feet in front of Jarrell.
Okay, yep.
And
That's-
about 5 feet off to the left.
all right, it's covered by some auras, I think, so that's good.
Yep.
I think you had also popped your Exalted Champion right as we were coming out, right? Okay, cool.
Okay. So, Boris, your turn is resolved. Felix, we are on to your turn.
Me already. Okay. So I would like to. How far is the closest like pillar?
They're
or-
equally distant to the left and right, about 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to either side, and
Okay.
then 10, 12 and a half feet in front.
Okay, that's fine because that would still keep me, I guess, at least for now, in range of Jarrell's auras. So I'm gonna head left and try to just like take cover behind that ruined like column.
All right, behind the first one. Okay.
Yep, on the left. Yep. And
All right.
I am going to peek out. And okay, because I'm doing this as preparation for later. I'm just double checking to make sure that there's no other concentration spells that I want to cast right now. I would like to attempt to cast Hex on Vecna as a bonus action, choosing Wisdom as the ability to impose disadvantage on as I'm casting it.
Okay. As a reaction, Vecna will use Dread Counterspell.
Can he use more than one reaction?
Up to 3 reactions per round, but only 1 per turn.
Gotcha. Okay. So there's his second reaction. So he's gonna
Yeah.
Dread Counterspell.
Yeah.
Okay. What that do?
Stop! Vecna utters a dread word to interrupt a creature that he can see that is casting a spell. Oh, well, you are obscured behind the pillar.
I didn't use an action to hide, so it's not like I'm like obscured. I might have cover, I guess, but
Right.
like I don't think that matters for
Yeah.
like something that's not requiring a roll to hit me or touch me.
All right. That is casting a spell. All right, well, yeah, we'll take that you're...
Because I have to peek
Behind
out. I have to
cover,
see.
but
I have
Yeah, you
to
have-
see him to cast the spell. So if I could see him, he can see me, right?
Perfect, yes. Yes. All right. If the spell is 4th level or lower, it fails and has no effect.
5th level, baby. Every spell I
All
cast
right.
is at 5th level.
If the spell is 5th level or higher, Vecna makes an intelligence check, DC 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay. So DC 15.
Yeah.
which is probably not hard for Vecna to beat.
Yeah, that's gonna be. It's a check. Yeah. Passes easily.
All right, I
right.
figured. That's
Yeah.
fine. I then, as my action, will
But wait, there's more.
Oh,
Whatever the spell's level, the caster takes 3d6 psychic damage if the spell fails.
okay. So, how much damage do I take?
3d6, which puts us at 369 psychic damage.
Okay, so that eats 9 of my temporary hit points. Just like the spell just essentially explodes with necrotic energy in my hand, and be like, you know what? Might as well try it again. This time, as my action, attempting to cast Eldritch Blast with all 4 beams being targeted at Vecna. Will he attempt to dread counterspell me again?
No.
Okay. Because, listen, if I can actually just waste all of his reactions this round, then at least the rest of you are, smooth sailing, right? Because, I don't know. I'm just trying to, think
He's already used
tactically.
2, right?
He's used. Well, yeah. I mean, we don't know that information, right? But I mean, I'm just if I could get Vecna to expend resources or his
Right.
energy trying to stop me, that might help you guys get in a little more unimpeded. So, 4 Eldritch Blast shots. Oh, thank God. So when you roll 4 dice, right, there's just that many more chances to see a 1, so I'm really happy that there weren't any. So I'm going to go from lowest to highest here. And we'll see which ones hit and which ones don't. So lowest would be just doing quick math, 17,
That does not do it.
a 20 modified.
That will.
Okay, and then beyond that, it's then 23 and
Yeah.
29. So 3 hits for 35 force damage.
All right.
I guess there's no need for me to give you each one individually, right? Or is he if he has a way to reduce it, then I can give you the numbers individually on the die. I'm not sure. Right? I figured I'd ask before I pull the dice off my tray. And then his movement speed is reduced by 10 feet until the end of my next turn.
All right.
Or the start of my next turn, I think it is. And I am going to push him because I can move him 10 feet, but you know what? No, actually, I'm going to choose not to have the repelling part of the blast take effect because I don't want to push him further from Jarrell. I want Jarrell to be able to run at Vecna. So we'll do that. We won't push. And that's my action economy as far as Slim is concerned. Until I know who's going to be where, I guess I'll send her up towards at least where Boris is, and give Boris the help action. So advantage on your next attack roll. She's going to use it to help distract Vecna so that you can get, if you hit, that sweet, sweet sneak attack. I might actually just park Slim with Boris for most of this fight to always kind of ensure that she's enabling sneak attack, because we're going to need all of the damage. I feel like that is a sound tactical decision. Felix is happy with this plan. He's going to, I guess just kind of crouch down behind the ruined column to give himself some cover, and pass the turn.
All right. Felix's turn is complete. We have you where you are. Quinn, it
Yes.
is now your turn.
All right. So I'm going to. I think my turn's going to be pretty quick. So basically, I take a stone out of my pocket, and I throw it up into the air, This is the Ioun Stone. It's going to orbit me. It's the greater absorption stone. So up to 50 levels, and I believe 8th level or lower, I can block. So any sort of spell that's cast against me up to an 8th level, I can block up to 50 levels, and then the stone is no longer useful. So I've got that. I believe that costs an action, unfortunately. So that is my action for the turn. I'm going to hold on to some of the other things I can do. But I am going to give Bardic Inspiration to my good old buddy Jarrell. So you now have a D12, and that is my turn. I'm going to stay where I am.
Love to
Right
see
where
it.
you are. Okay. Quinn is now Quinn 1. Okay. So now we are on to Paradil.
Okay. I'm within. I can get within melee range, right? Vecna is still like
Well,
up in.
Where Boris was standing.
I think he's
Up on
40
Hector.
feet away from us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but is we're gonna say about 8 feet above the ground now. His
8
head kind of closed a little bit of that to get into Boris's face on top of the crab.
Okay. But Vecna is sorry. I'm 40 feet away from Vecna. What is
There is
Vecna's
also
exact
that.
position?
Yeah, Vecna's position is, let's see, 5, 20, 25, 30, 35. 40 feet in front of you and 10 feet off to the left.
40 feet. 40 feet in front of me and 10 feet to the left.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to move. Let's say 15 feet away from Vecna. So I'm just going to use my full move. And I am going to attack with crossbow and use menacing attack.
All right. I'm going to move you about 27 feet forward and about 5 feet off to the left, just to kind of close you on that direct line to.
He doesn't move 30.
Yeah, I moved 25.
You moved
was my max.
25. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry about that. All right, it's going to be just a little back of that then.
Okay.
But most of it forward, a little bit off to the left, though, because we're just kind
Got
of
it.
putting you on straight line.
Yeah, I'm just
All right.
moving 25 feet towards Vecna,
Yes.
aiming
Got
with
you.
Gladys Knight.
Yep. You are aimed with Gladys Knight. Assuming you're going to give him the pips.
That is a 24 to hit.
Yes, that does hit. Now, Gladys Knight is a magical weapon, correct?
No.
No. Okay.
Heavy crossbow.
All right.
That is an 11 damage.
That's 11 piercing damage?
Yes.
From a non-magical attack, the bolts bounce off harmlessly.
Okay. Does that still count as a hit though? So I can still use menacing attack?
I mean, it hits. It just does no. It
It's
does
a
no
good question.
damage, but it is a
Yeah.
hit if you hit.
It's a damage
Okay.
immunity, yes. I suppose it would count as a hit, though, yeah.
That's interesting. That's pretty cool. I don't think we've ever really come across that in when we
Yeah.
use immunity. But yeah, I think that's exactly how it would work.
If it doesn't, I think it's incredibly novel to prime with an immune weapon to then use something else.
So it says after I add the superiority die to my attack's
Yeah.
damage.
Well, there's no
Oh.
damage, so you're adding.
Yeah,
Shit.
I would hold off on that then.
Yeah, if it does
Alright.
something else to Vecna, like potentially apply a condition.
But again, would that be the applied damage or the rolled damage?
It's immune to damage from non-magical sources. So like
So
So you hitting it with
I got
anything
it.
now.
you
Yeah.
could roll all the damage if you
The
want
ruling-
to. It's still
yeah.
gonna get reduced to 0.
the ruling I
gotcha.
would make is if that add-on were to somehow give it a quality or change its quality, that like, in an additional 10 fire damage or something.
Right. Like
that
doesn't
would
menacing
count.
attack like try
But-
to like potentially what is it? Like, I don't think you're gonna frighten Vecna, right? But there's conditions that some of those maneuvers could apply to a creature. That would still potentially apply if the requisite check was like failed, right? But like
Okay.
the damage itself, nothing
All
happens.
right, and cool. Then in that case, I'm going to be using evasive footwork instead. When moving, I add the superiority die to my AC until I stop moving. Do you mind if I re-roll that?
Well,
Since
yeah.
it's a
Yeah, it's a different roll.
okay.
So essentially, if you do not move on your next turn, you're gonna lose this bonus. I think that's how that works.
I'm gonna keep moving, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right.
So what's
That's an additional 2 AC.
okay? So what's your AC now?
I believe it is 24.
Right. So, Paradil, you've got all that. Did you have a bonus action you were using? Or is that combat maneuver a bonus action?
It is not.
All right.
I think. No, that's going to be it for now.
All right. So now we have the joint Dedu Pregnart. So what mischief could the two of you get up to?
Dedu would like to cast slow on Vecna, and then whatever the reaction there. So he has to make a wisdom save at a DC 19. At disadvantage.
Nope. No.
Felix
My
is
hex did not cast. It was countered.
Oh,
did
right.
not
It
stick.
doesn't affect it at
No,
all.
it's countered. It's a
Nope.
counter
The
spell.
hex is not on. Got it. So it's just slow them at regular for a DC
Okay.
19.
All right. I am gonna take the gamble and not counterspell that, and just as well, I passed that check easily.
Okay, and then he's going to fly Pregnart towards Jarrell. I'm not sure if Pregnant wants to do anything.
Well, gee.
Well, there's an action, right?
think this
what,
might be-
what did we say? This is like a shared action economy, right? So I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
could
okay.
hop
so-
on.
Wasn't the slow the
Slow
action?
is the
then?
action,
Yeah, you can do a bonus action.
or at least
Yeah, he still has a bonus action.
hop on the back of Dedu so that y'all can take off.
The dude's carrying Pregnart. I think he's able to.
But then how are you
Yeah.
flying?
He's been doing it for a while.
But then how are you flying? Aren't your arms also your wings?
Goose feet.
Oh,
Goose
Okay.
feet. Pick up Pregnart.
gotcha.
Obvi.
It just,
It just works, people. You're like hanging off his legs.
Plus, Pregnart can like grip his
Right,
feet
yes.
too. Yeah, I don't know. Do I? So that is our action. I can have a bonus action here.
Yeah,
for
there is
Pregnart?
still a bonus action that you could use.
Can I cast cantrip as a bonus action?
If
it says
the
that you
casting
can.
time is one bonus action. Not many do.
No. I don't think I got
Unless
it.
you have spells that are also cast as bonus actions.
Sorry, my I was rubbing against the mic, so you might want to
You-
look out for
Alright,
that when you're editing. Sorry about that. No, Pragnart doesn't have anything at this.
Just
at this
preparing for
time.
takeoff, probably, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Jadu flies Pragnart over, trying to stay on the other side of the pillars until he can cross over to get close to Jarrell.
So you're gonna kind of duck to the next pillar to the towards the party.
Jadu can fly quite a ways. Let me double
Or
check.
do you think you can do both of them?
I can fly 50.
Okay, yeah, you could make it to the far pillar then.
Oh wait, that's encumbered.
Well, you are encumbered.
Yeah,
You're carrying
with-
a large
with-
frog
Okay.
humanoid.
Yeah, so I can fly 50 feet.
Yeah,
So as close to Jarrell as Jadu could get us.
yeah, but still with the benefit of cover.
Would we be within 30 feet of Jarrell?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yes, just barely.
Good. Perfect.
All right, and it's your turn then.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Oh, God.
On to Vecna.
Dave's so excited to
I
play
hate
that.
this.
Vecna uses Flight of the Damned if available. Rotten Fate or spellcasting, so we will start with Flight of the Damned. All right, wonderful.
I
So
don't like
Vecna
any
from-
of the sounds of those mumbles.
Yeah. So from where Vecna is standing,
Or floating.
yeah, he's going to get a panicked look on his face, spread his hands, say, "Not the bees!" and cast forward spectral damned bees. Flight of the Damned. Vecna conjures a torrent of flying spectral entities that fill a 120-foot cone and pass through all creatures in the area before dissipating.
You had to
So,
say
let's
bees at the start of this episode, huh, Zach? They had to be bees.
Yeah, so I've skinned it as bees.
Yep.
Let's see. So who would be in a 120-foot cone from where he is shooting? Hang on, I've got to take a look in the book here to see how cone is defined.
This is literally worst case scenario because bees are the highest echelon.
And what
of
kind
enemy.
of save is it?
It will be a Constitution saving
Because
throw.
this
cover
is this a
cover
spell?
only gives you benefits on deck saves. So
Yeah.
that sucks.
I'm just trying to see how wide this cone is. It's not showing in there. Let's see. It's in the player's handbook. What defines a damn cone?
Hold on.
Something
I
has
have
to.
something for you. Copy image. Paste.
You say what defines
the
a cone?
area of effect. Okay, there we go.
This is where it like starts at the point and then it just veers
Yeah,
out.
but
right?
like, so there you
Yeah,
so
just need to know
there,
how
Dave,
wide.
there you go.
Wonderful. Width at any given point is equal to that distant from the point of origin. Wonderful.
Now, does this count as a spell?
No. This is an ability.
It's a magical effect,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So because it's a magical effect, my resistance to piercing wouldn't, because they're bees, wouldn't have an effect. The Sword of Justice is only against
Yeah.
spells. So all we get is my +3. Or wait,
Yeah.
no, what's my charisma modifier now? +5.
Yeah. So, oh yeah. Oh, I can make a cone that will get everybody in the party. Wonderful.
Great. I'll make con saves then.
Everyone makes a DC 22 Constitution saving throw.
I don't like the DC 22 part of that at all.
Constitution, damn it.
So we're adding 5 from Jarrell. Oh my god. That gives me exactly 22. Thank you, Jarrell. Say 14 on the die, plus 3 is 17. 17 plus 5 is 22.
Whew. We're getting 5 from Jarrell.
Yeah.
5 from Jarrell.
All right, I'm fine.
Boris
of the
is using a
downfalls-
lucky.
Well,
My aura of protection only applies to allies and not myself.
No.
Oh, that's
but don't you
better.
have it from? Oh wow, you don't have it from anything.
Not just the adding my charisma modifier. No, I have
wow.
protection against. I have resistance to bludgeoning. I have advantage on spells. I have all these different things. I can't be paralyzed. Like all these different things, but not specifically just an attack action.
Or just an ability. Yeah. Interesting.
Or I mean, I could use Quinn's
inspiration.
thing.
Yeah.
I might as well. I don't know how much bad this is gonna hurt.
Save it for smacking him.
I'm less concerned about smacking him. I know a 20 will hit him.
That's fair.
All right. Anyhow, each
That's
creature
also
in the
fine.
area must make the saving throw. On a failed save, they take 8d8 necrotic damage, which has come to 39.
Okay.
On a successful save, they take half as much. Also on a failed save, they are frightened of Vecna for 1 minute. Jarrell, how does your aura work about that?
Cannot be frightened. Period. Immune.
All right.
All of us are.
We're not scared. We're
So look
not
at-
scared.
It came up. It finally came up.
Okay, so it would be 17 then. Is it rounded down for the damage?
You
If
said
it's
39,
Success.
Yeah, 39. So that
39.
would be
right?
Do
19.
do and Pregnant
Yeah,
Or
have
19.
to make that save
yeah,
as
19.
yes.
19
well.
is
Okay, I'll
half.
save for to do.
So thanks, Phil.
Yeah, that's the rest of my temporary HP plus
That's okay.
8. So
Oh, you failed, Fran?
no, I passed, but
Oh,
that I already took some damage from that dread counter spell. So
Gotcha.
To do failed.
Sorry, we get how much damage from a failed?
From failed save,
39.
39.
necrotic.
I mean, sorry. How much damage from a past?
The pass
So half
is
of
19,
that.
which is half.
So 19.
Okay, so we have one of Phil's temporary points left.
Do I need to
For
roll
those of
separately
you
for
who
Hector
haven't
for
taken
this?
damage. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
actually, you would.
Sorry for Hector. Should I just use the charisma from the giant crab general,
It's Constitution,
or not charisma?
And
Yeah,
yes.
Constitution. Sorry.
yes, and add 5 from Jarrell.
Cool. He still very fails.
Are to do and Pregnart rolling separately for this save?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Pregnart passes as well.
All right.
And that's only one action.
Yeah, now that's only the beginning of that. Now, recharge, that's at the end of a turn or at the beginning of the next turn?
The beginning of his turn, you roll the
Beginning of
recharge,
Yeah.
and then if it hits the number, then
Fabulous. So we've
again.
got that. So uses Flight of the Damned on fate or spell casting. So we've done that. Then makes 2 attacks with Afterthought, which is his dagger. Hey, I have somebody within melee range. Boris, we're attacking.
wait. Do you? I mean, you'd have to move
Oh
in.
no.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
I
no,
ran
Boris
away.
has moved back. Okay, no, that's fine. So as a bonus action, we'll use Vile Teleport. Teleports along with any equipment he's wearing or carrying up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space he can see. He can cause each creature of his choice within 15 feet of his destination to take 3d6 psychic damage. Right, so Vecna will do that, and he will...
Just from being
poof.
spooked by seeing somebody teleport.
So,
holy
From
shit.
The,
That guy just
Just-
teleported.
yeah.
I'm
just
getting
from,
psychic
like,
damage.
So,
yeah, right.
Vecna is going to teleport right between Paradil and Boris. And wonderful. You can both take 3d6 psychic damage. Oh wait, there's more. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 psychic damage for both of you. Now here's where it gets great. If at least one creature takes this damage, Vecna regains 80 hit points.
Oh my god.
80?
8-0.
That's not fun.
Fucking yikes.
That's not fun at all.
Yes, now we're going to make those melee attacks with Afterthought. We're going to make one at Paradil and one at Boris. So the one at Paradil is, let's see, that is a 15 plus 13, so that is a 28 to hit. The one against Boris is going to be an 8 plus 13, which is a 21 to hit.
What's Boris' AC?
You get any bonus AC from Jarrell? Any sort of magic vibe armor?
You're not
No.
right next to him.
Damn it.
Did you say it was a 28 to hit for me?
Yep.
Yes.
God damn.
My AC is 18, so I'm pretty sure that is going to smoke me.
All right. Yeah, that will, since it's 8 plus 13 is, 21. All right, so it's 1d4 plus 5 piercing damage. So let's see. I'm going to roll it the same for both of you. It's going to be, let's see, 2 plus 5, so that's 7 piercing, plus 2d8 necrotic. One, 3. So that's another 4 necrotic damage.
Sorry, what was the total then?
So it's let's see, that was 2 plus 5, so 7 piercing, plus 4
Plus four.
necrotic.
Okay, so 11 total.
Yeah.
So far.
If the target is a creature, are player characters creatures?
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean anything. We are all creatures.
Great. It is afflicted by entropic magic, dealing 2d8 necrotic damage at the start of each of its turns. Immediately after taking this damage on its turn, the target can make a DC 20 con save to end that effect on a success. Until it succeeds on this save, the afflicted target can't regain hit points.
Holy
Oh.
shit!
Wait, what happened? What
So-
was this?
Both Paradil and Boris are afflicted by necrotic damage.
You were stabbed by a very evil dagger.
Yes. So at the start of your turn, you're going to take 2d8 necrotic damage, and I'll roll that when we get there. Immediately after taking this damage on its turn, you can make a DC 20 con saving throw to end that effect. Until
Otherwise,
you end
you're-
that effect, you cannot regain HP.
And are taking damage every turn.
Yep. Yeah. So Vecna has done all of that, regained all of his HP, and made it so 2 of you can't heal. Let's see. Oh, we still have some move. Wonderful. We're just slowed by 10 feet, so I can only move 20 feet. Which...
Guys, I think this is worse than the bees.
You know
Yeah,
what?
the bees were just part of it.
The bees had half of you guys down though in one one round. So.
You know what? Vecna's going to float 20 feet back. Oh, wait a second. No, Vecna is not going to do that because Vecna is a smart boss
It wouldn't take up.
and,
That would-
wouldn't expose himself to oppies like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that would be tragic.
Yeah, not even like the funny haha tragic. All right, so... You know what? We're going to stand pat right there. Because Vecna is an arrogant god and cares not for whether you're going to hit him or not. So,
Which Jarrell
fuck.
is going to try to do. Very
yes, it is now Jarrell's turn.
Schmack.
Well,
first Jarrell
there's
has
got
to
to be
walk
some
over.
schmoove. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, and play it up, Jarrell. You are about to fight like the incarnation of evil as like the champion of good, essentially. So like, fucking zhuzh it up, baby.
He just powers forward. His sword is aflame with the bright, radiant energy. And yeah, he takes his first swing at him. And that is, make sure I got my math right. It's a 20 to hit.
20 will hit. Yes.
He will use on this one Make sure I have it. Let me see which one I got. Yeah, Branding Smite, which is a level 2 smite. And
All right.
then let's see.
Branding Smite is a spell,
Yeah,
right? That's right.
Yeah. yeah. So that's the only spell I'm using currently, but the other smites,
Just notating when spells are being cast because we know Vecna's got his bullshit. So like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh,
And
Vecna's
that
on a new
attack-
round, isn't he?
Will be a 4th level divine smite.
Well,
As I say, he gets his reactions back on his turn.
yeah. Mm-hmm. He does, doesn't he?
Which
And
really
then-
sucks because I feel like that. But hold on, I feel like that really complicates things because I feel like now Jarrell will always be at the mercy of a full reaction Vecna.
Well, full, but remember, I can only take one per turn.
Right, but you know what I mean. Like Jarrell will never have an opportunity to attack Vecna, while Vecna has no reactions.
Yes.
That's just something to note. So, you know, Jarrell, before you start rolling too far into all of the things that are happening, we're going to go one step at a time here because Vecna can at any point in time react to what you're doing. So let's give some breathing room for those things.
I mean, is there any way to undo a smite?
Well, Branding Smite is a spell,
Yeah, well,
John?
that's the only one I'm using right now.
so he could, right now, as you say, I'm using Branding Smite, he could be like counterspell.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I have decided
Yeah.
that we are going to attempt to counterspell that.
Okay.
What level is that spell?
2.
Level 2. Okay. It fails immediately.
Yep.
Yep. So let's see. We skip the intelligence check. You take 3d6 psychic damage immediately. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Second attack is a 25,
Excellent.
and I will make that a 3rd level divine smite.
All right.
So that will end up being 13 d8 radiant damage for just the divine smites. Alright, from the divine smites, that's 38 damage. Then the Sword of Justice has its own bonuses, which includes 2d10 radiant damage. I believe that's against undead specifically. I can't remember if there's anything extra to that.
It is. I believe it is, and I'm assuming Vecna is undead.
Vecna is quite undead, yes.
So it's another 10 radiant damage. And then the slashing damage from a magical weapon. Uh, 13 plus 18 is 31. So 48 radiant damage and 31 slashing damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Well, those
At least-
13d8s really sucked. There was a lot of 2s and 1s in those 8.
That sucks. But hey, at least, okay, you know, I mean, we're proving here we're essentially going to have to deal at least 80 damage, like, or more than 80 damage every round in order to ensure he doesn't just heal to full health.
Yeah.
Because that's fucked.
Unless maybe hopefully radiant damage negates his healing, but it doesn't sound like that. It has with other things, but it doesn't sound like that right now.
I haven't mentioned anything about it.
And can he heal every turn like that?
If he does a specific thing, yeah.
If he does that thing.
Sex?
Yeah. I do
So
the
that song
sex
is about
every
right.
turn.
Every 6 seconds?
Yes, it's
Vecna
like
is
he's
way
doing
more
it
powerful
like a
than
John
I thought.
LaJoy song. I do the sex every 6 seconds. Show me your saving throws. Saving throws.
Oh boy.
All right, we've got our damage.
Yep. All right, so you've rolled that damage. I'm assuming, yep, you've done the moving. Yep, J1. There we are. Right, so you've done the moving, you've done the attacking. Do you have any bonus actifying?
No, not this turn.
Not this turn. Okay, we have reached the end of this set of initiative. This sounds like as good a place as any to call this episode. If you like
Oh,
us,
yeah.
we can be found on the internet. We are in such places as Twitter at Hapless Heroes. We're also on Instagram at Hapless Heroes. If you look on Facebook, you could find us at Hapless Heroes Podcast. Every single one of those takes you, dear listener, to the crown jewel of our internet presence, our Discord server, the place where you can meet and greet and hang out with us on a daily, even hourly basis. We're always there, at least some of us. And we've got a great community, so even if we weren't there, there's plenty other great like-minded D&D players who are there, and you should come meet us and come meet them and be part of our community. Now, if you really like us, you could leave a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. You've made it this deep into this podcast, you know what service you like. So go to that review section and leave us a review so that other like-minded people like you can find our podcast and know that they should be enjoying us and being part of our, podosphere, as it were.
Yeah, we got a review in our 5-star channel in our Discord server to
Ooh.
pass along here from Creeper to Reaper. Said they blasted through all the episodes and now they're sad they have to wait. Feels like they say it feels like I'm in the 90s again. I love the whole cast. Story is immersive. Never having DM before, I've now started up my own campaign with homebrew lore and world and everything. Thank you all for being inspiring, amazing people. I love you. Thanks, Creeper to Reaper. You're
Thank
a
you.
5-star human. Thank you.
Now, did they get through all the Patreon episodes too? Like the between two episodes?
They have not, and I still have more to upload.
That's just a little tip.
Hey,
Tip
guys.
to the people,
Yeah.
the multiple run through listeners.
Yeah.
There's more content.
If you really, really love us, you could donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/haplessheroes. And if you are a donor at the $5 tier, there are some things you could get. Our Patron Lounge channel is one of them, but those between two episodes, that's another one. There's some good quality content in there, or so I'm told, because I'm not actually here for when it's recorded, because it's between episodes. Really wild how that happens.
And if you like us, right now, you like us, Sally Field, and the whole deal, pose as an expert on cuteness and bring a basket full of puppies and kittens onto your local morning news segment. And while the hosts may be distracted, look towards the camera and pinch on your cheeks in Morse code. Listen to Hapless Heroes.
You heard it here first,
Interesting.
folks. And before you get out of your stunned silence, I'm going to outro our cast. Starting from my right, we have the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom, played by Francesco.
Ow, that hurt.
To his right, we have Lord Jarrell the Light, played by John.
Until next time.
To his right, we have Peridot Lincolnwoods, played by Zach.
Yeah, this might be a while.
To his right, we have Boris the Butcher, played by Nicole.
Oh, being stabbed sucks.
And to her right, we have Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind, played by Mike.
Always at my service, and I will destroy Vecna.
My name is Dave. I've been your host and Dungeon Master for this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week as we resume combat. Bye-bye now.
Bye. Wish us luck. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna die.
Boris has stabbed people so many times, but the first time she gets stabbed, ow!
Oh man, this sucks.
Oh, that really hurt.
I didn't realize that's what being stabbed felt like.
I don't like that.